Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Dwarf Fortress, or as it's called, Slaves to Armor, God of Blood, Chapter 2, Dwarf Fortress. And this is a survival game, much like RimWorld, mainly because RimWorld is more or less based on Dwarf Fortress. But this is a lot deeper, a lot more complicated, a lot more brutal, and way more fun. And the first thing we always do is create a new world. Now, this game is also quite CPU intensive, as it's only run from one core. So hopefully we will have a good run here. I'm gonna go with the medium setting because I don't want it to be, well, too hard isn't a thing, because the game will screw you over however you choose. I mean, if you play a very easy game with lots and lots of resources and stuff like that, the game will find a way. You're screwed either way. So we're just gonna press Y and go. And this is the world currently forming before us. Thadari Tadin, the planets of enchanting. Okay, I like that. And you guys might think that the graphics are kind of bad. Well, that's the charm. And this is running with a texture pack, so yay! But when we get into the actual game and we get to start digging around in the ground, the game will look a little bit better, so don't worry. And on the left side you can see the years passing by and historical figures, dead people, events just keep racking up. And when we're done, there's gonna be a lot more death. We're currently on year 115. The years will slow down once we get closer to like 150 and then 200, and the last 50 years are quite slow, so this might be a kinda slow first episode. Well, we could technically call this episode 0, as it's basically the startup. I want to have a little bit more specialized starting equipment. I'm not gonna go in with the well, randomly generated ones. And hopefully we'll find a suitable place to settle and build a fortress. Now, the thing is with this game is that it tries to simulate this whole world. There are currently 27,000 NPC, I can call them, because they're mainly not NPCs. Because anyone in the game is an NPC. And they are all trying to do their thing, and we'll try to actually make them do things. So not only have our 7 dwarfs, the game also tries to, well, keep everyone in check. And of course we over. Now, the thing about this game is, well, the starting up survival year. If you mess up ever so in the first year, you're gonna have a rough time. And mainly the big thing for beginners, they mess up something minor, lose, and they get bored. And that's not the thing about this game. Losing is fun. The more carnage, the better. That is with the main god, Blood of God. The more carnage and shed, the better. there are Wikipedia entries that says that if you're covered in blood, you have less sieges, no, or rather, of forgotten beasts entering your. So blood is not always a good thing, except that kind of get unhappy from a vicious circle. But it's fun. Now, of course, guys, I'm gonna you guys in here to rename people other dwarfs after subscribers. We'll see how long we last. I have been able to survive for quite a long time. Bad. I'm not good either. I am at this game. That will yes. And we're closer to the year 200, which is our end date. Generating. After that, I'm going to pick a civilization and build a fort, or well, colony, outpost. Then maybe it will become the our civilization. Screw up and civilization that is more or less dead, and that is bad. Now a little bit deeper about we get to choose our starting location or the area we're gonna build in, and gonna things are sit there and wonder what that, and we're there. Having the game running drive or an SSD is really good, and this is it. And you can actually see the FPS counter up there. I hope it's going totally bonkers. And we're gonna accept this map. It's gonna save the world, which of course is gonna take a little bit of time. And the main thing about this is that we don't use the mouse. This is all keyboard, like using a in the background. Not gonna use it that much because the main game has implemented most of the things that I used the pack for. But there are a few things that are useful. But we're gonna start playing in Region 1, Tadar Tadin, and Dwarf Fortress. And here we can see the month and the dates, and we're gonna advance a little bit until the X, which is the 15th of Granite to 50. And this is the world. Now, you got on the right hand side the entire world, and the middle screen is the region, which is kind of a upscaled version, and on the little screen in the top left corner is the local area, which the area in black is the one we're gonna settle in. So first and foremost, on the very right top side we have the information about the local area. Yeah, I mean it's confusing, but stick with me here. You can also see that there are temperature, trees, other vegetation, and surroundings. These are kinda important. We want trees. We don't need much of it, but it's a good thing to have trees. And the surroundings, meaning how wild and how evil is the area. And you can see on the world map and the local region there's a purple area. And what is that? Well, we can go up here and you will see that this surrounding is terrifying. This is an evil place. And evil places are, well, let's say not pleasant, because it will rain filth, dead will rise. And when I say dead will rise, I'm not meaning like, oh, my guy just died of getting his head chopped off. Boo. It's not that his body will stand up and try and kill you. Its head will also rise up and start biting people's ankles and stuff like that. Everything. Arms, hands, feet, leg, everything will reanimate. And even the rain itself can make your dwarfs become mindless husks and zombies. So it's awesome. Now, beyond that, or below that rather, you can see that this area has sand, clay, very deep soil, and shallow metals. Now, metals is something that we want lots of. But we're not gonna start there. I'm gonna try and find a not too hot area, because I would like to have some snow. And as you can see, going further up means more heat, which means that this is not the entire world. Well, it's a plane rather. So it's not a two polar kind of world. Trying to find a suitable place is not easy. We could go for a, oh god, heavily forested. No. Woodland is kind of good because there, think of it like a regular modern forest. There's a couple of trees, nothing more. Heavily forested, you don't want to be, because you will have wood everywhere. This area is cold. Freezing is not so good because you actually need to get in underground really fast or your guys will freeze to death. Shallow metal and deep metal. I want metals. Actually, we might actually not be able to get metals. That is bad. Now, actually, here we have metals, but that's just one area, of course. But we can also use the F key, and we will find that there are a few options here that we can increase. We want multiple deep and shallow metals. We want flux stone, and that's about it. I can go for soil as well and press enter, and you can see the world map and local map are getting highlighted in red and green, and those green areas are places that partially match our desires. So each X might be well, shallow metal or deep metals. It might not be both. It might just be one of them, which is Pressing ESC now we can browse the results here. Over here we got, yeah, as you can see, no metals. Okay. Over here, shallow metals. Okay, that's good. More shallow metals, deep metals. We're not gonna go into the pole because that's gonna screw us over. Oh, this is just teasing. One area has shallow, one area has deep. Oh god. Now, shallow metals are, well, better in some way, but the thing is, metals also, oh lordy, hi. Now this is interesting. We got sand, clay, very deep soil, shallow metals, deep metals, and fluxstone. It's a temperate woodland area with moderate vegetation and calm surroundings. Now, by pressing tab, we will also see what else is over here. So let's check that thing. There are only dwarves and humans. A good thing. Now, don't be fooled. We might be screwed over by other things. And this is our civilizations to choose from. The scorching inks, the girder of scaling, the dyes of joy, the humid lenses, the untamed boulders, and the hammer of gorges. Now, seeing as the names are kind of appropriate, the scorching inks are actually right next to us, which is kind of a good thing. And the untamed boulders are as well. So I'm gonna go with the scorching inks because that's an amazing name. Now this is the elevation, which means that we can see if the area, local area, is lots of hills or just flat, and it looks like this is quite flat indeed. Yeah, there's a few hills, but nothing too extreme. So I think I'm gonna go and embark on this location. Guess why not? Now, we could just hit the play now. It will randomly generate a few equipment to bring us. Nothing too fancy, but yeah, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna prepare for the journey a little bit more. Now, we can see here what kind of stuff do we have. We have 2 copper picks. We have 2 copper battle axes. We got a steel anvil. We don't need that one. We don't need that one. We will, however... Oh no. Oh, you got to be kidding me. We can't get iron anvils. Oh, that sucks. Well, that's 300 points that we can't use on other things. Now, I would like to have a few animals. There we go. English is hard. Now, we got 200 points to work with. And I'm not really sure what to go for. I could go for goats or lambs even, because they will also produce wool, which are needed for clothing. And we can go for 1 lamb of both genders, because why not? And what else can we go for? Could go for turkeys. They are also quite good. Now, we do want, however, plump helmets, because that's mainly what our guys are gonna eat. We're gonna get a little bit more beer, and we're gonna get actual plump helmets, and get more seats like that. Tab. These are our guys. We need at least do I need... Actually, why did I do that? I can't get that much of you because I need points to spend on skills. Damn it, game. Why do you have to be so mean? Fine. I need 2 miners, 1 woodcutter, 1 mason, and let's see here, what else do we need? The area is kind of calm, so we don't need soldiers right away. But it would be nice to have something. We actually need growers. And we could get a trapper, an ambusher, and butcher, and tanner. Because, you know, we might need some food and leather. Let's see here, woodcutters and mason. I could give someone another skill. Actually, engraver are a good thing to have. And what else? What else can we use? Shearer, because why not? Now, this is just the beginning. We have a few things left to do, like pressing capital G, name the group. Now, at the moment, we are called the Basement of Summits. Not really a, well, it's a good name, but not suitable for what we're gonna do. We can press the R key, and you see it's changed to the Paint of Justices. Well, it's getting there. The Silver of Daggers. Nah. The Petals of Neutralizing. Not evil enough. The Vault of Dusk. No. The Laborious Clasp. The Rag of Man. The Brushed Barricade. The Fountains of Joy. No, there will be no joy in this. The Dabbling Bolt. No. The Bold Girders. The Puce Fountains. The Fountain of Virgins. No. There will be no such thing. The Citadel of Lions. Now we're talking. If there are lions in this area, I'm gonna tame one, and I'm gonna use them as guard dogs. The Bright Treaty. The Labor of Hoisting. The Picks of Holding. Now we're starting to talk about dwarvish things here. The Tactical Paper. No. The Blockaded Wheels. The Famous Pages. The Accidental Silvers. The Ship of Bearing. The Solve of Harmonizing. The Bejeweled Page. The Handle of Princes. The Cloudy Bolt. The Board of Pricing. The Wheel of Virginity. The True Tools. Well, tools as in the thing you work with, or tools as in idiots? I don't know. The Righteous Sabers. The Work of Geysers. No, the Fen Gloves. The Skinny Mechanisms. The Brass Castle. No, not that's something. The Arrow of Complexity. The Scorching Relic. Now, we are from the Scorching Ink. This is perfect. I'm gonna go with that. Now, that's half of it. Now we need to name the fort. Covered dice. No. Oak slings. No, well, oaks burn. Earth's severe. No. Colored polys. No. Honor syrups. Copper flames. Yeah. We can go with that. And with that, I'm going to say that embark. And hopefully everything will work well. You have arrived. After a journey from the mountain homes into the forbidding wilderness beyond, your harsh trek has finally ended. Your party of 7 is to make an outpost for the glory of our Likot. There are almost no supplies left, but with stout labor comes sustenance. Whether by bolt, plow, or hook, provide for your dwarves. You are expected to supply caravan just before winter entombs you. But it is spring now, enough time to delve secure lodgings, ere the cougars get hungry. A new chapter of dwarven history begins here at this place. Gisilkesham, Copperflame, strike the earth. It didn't crash. Awesome. So, this will be the end of the startup. I hope that I will see you in episode 1 of this awesome fortress that's not yet built, Copper Flames. Stay tuned and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.